my name is Selena Maisonpierre. Welcome to practice. I have a class for you today that is sort of a workshop showing you a couple of poses and a couple of slow sequences for when you're traveling, because I know that it's summer, planes, trains, automobiles, sitting for long periods of time, being off of your sleep routine, being out of your eating routine, time difference changes, all of those things that come with traveling. These poses are going to really help bring you back into your body and just take a breath and feel better so that you can really enjoy your vacation. Let's get started. So since I know we're traveling, you definitely don't need a yoga mat. I want you to feel empowered to do these practices anywhere. A yoga mat or a carpet, just so you've got something squishy beneath yourself. But honestly, a hotel room towel will work just fine as well. We're gonna get started laying on our backs. So you'll come to lay down, go ahead and bend the knees, lay all the way down, feel the feet on the floor. And if you have been traveling or just gotten off of an airplane, there is nothing that feels better to me than laying horizontal on a hard surface. So let's take our hands to the body somewhere, close the eyes, take a big breath in, and a full exhale. So whether you are arriving at your destination or you are on your way home, just take this moment to arrive wherever you are. Let the backs of the ribs settle and melt into the floor. Soften the low back, soften the low belly, and really find your breath. So let's take 5 breaths together, breathing in through the nose and exhaling. A few more like that. In and out. A few more. I'll have you hug the right knee into the chest, just give the knee a nice squeeze, and then reach the right foot up to the ceiling, interlace your palms behind the back of the thigh, and you just got a little basket for the leg. You're gonna point the right toes and flex, point and flex, and then when that feels okay, you can start to take some circles through the ankle. This is really nice if you've been sitting for a long time, just to stretch across the leg and circle through the foot, but also to flip your circulation so that you're draining blood and lymph and fluid from the toes back into the more vital organs like your heart and your digestion and your brain. Okay, you can give the leg a little shake, 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 and then we'll take it one step further. The right ankle will come on top of the left knee, and you can hug this shape into the body and just rock a little bit side to side. Feels so good after a plane. So that's a short mini sequence. We'll take it on the other side. Reach the right foot back up to the ceiling, lower the right foot down. We'll hug the left knee into the chest, give it a nice squeeze. Reach the left foot up to the ceiling, interlace your palms behind the back of the thigh, and start just by pointing and flexing the toes. It's really nice to watch the toes as you do this, just to see how the foot and the ankle is reacting. And then we'll take some circles and move slow. I know it's tempting to wiggle and circle a lot, but move slow and really stretch and open up through all areas of the foot and the ankle as you do that. Okay. And then we'll take the left ankle on top of the right knee. You can hug the shape into the body any amount, so you'll pay attention to your hip mobility. You can hug across the front of the shin, the back of the knee, or you can always just leave the shape down on the floor, rocking a little bit side to side, just getting into that hip. Most likely the outer left hip is where you'll be feeling it. And then we'll step both feet back down to the ground. Let's hug both knees into the chest and just get a little rocking side to side there. So that's a nice sequence on your back after traveling. So keep that in your back pocket. And then we'll go ahead and rock and roll up and down the length of the spine, getting a little bit of momentum to come up to a comfortable seat. And then I'll actually have us come to plant the feet, lift your booty, drop the head. So you're coming into a forward fold. Take the feet really wide so that the knees can bend and you can sway side to side here. So just let it go. This is another pose that is so great for traveling. Just letting the spine release, especially if you've been sitting on those teeny tiny airplane seats. They're so insanely small. So you want to just give yourself a little bit of time to release and relax through the spine and pull some length back into, especially the low back and the shoulders. Slowest thing you've done so far today. Roll up to stand. Really, really slow. And the reason why is because I want you to feel the stacking of the spine as you come up. So you're pushing into the legs. You're stacking your way all the way up. The head is the last to come. And then we'll take some shoulder rolls through. You know what, and especially if you've been stiff and sitting for a long time, let's even just move the arms side to side. And then we're gonna take this into even more dynamic of a shape. Take your legs wide, let your torso rock side to side. Whew. Arms will sort of be along for the ride. You might notice that your hands are gently slapping your hips and the low back, waking the body up. Whew. Getting a little bit of rotation through the spine as well. Finding the breath for 3, 2, and 1. So that's a nice sequence as well for traveling. I'm going to have us come to, in yoga we call it a tree pose. I find this really nice for traveling because it tests your balance, not to pass or fail the test, but to just notice where you're at in terms of your travel day. So your hands will come to your hips, shift your weight into the left leg. So I want to preface that if you have a consistent yoga practice and you fall out of tree in this moment, know that it's just because you're recalibrating equilibrium, especially if you've been on an airplane. It takes a little while to kind of get your center, but that's what this pose is going to help you find. So we'll bring our weight into the left leg, lift the right knee, butterfly the knee open. The sole of the foot, I'm already off balance. The sole of the foot is going to come above the kneecap in the thigh, or down at the calf, or down at the ankle like a little kickstand. So just listen to your body where you're at today. Might look different every day. Hands will come to a prayer. Lift up through the crown of the head. Take your arms all the way up and out. Reach the arms wide, palms face up, pinky spin up. And we're here. 3. Finding the breath for 2. And 1. Hands will come back down to a prayer. Bring that knee back to center. Step the foot down. Okay, shifting over to the other side. Go ahead and shake it out. Shift your weight into the right leg. Lift the left knee up. Butterfly that knee open. Sole of the foot again, it's above or below the kneecap or down at the ankle like a kickstand. It doesn't matter where, so there's no ego involved in this. Just honor where your body's at. Once you've chosen the positioning of the legs, hands come to a prayer. We want to lift up and out of our tree. There's a lot of growth. We root down to rise up. Maybe the arms reach up and out. And the embodiment of a tree is that where the roots are so firm and sturdy that, you know, if a windstorm came, we wouldn't blow over. So there's really a lightness and an easiness to the upper body. So try and embody that even as you're lifting up and out. We'll stay here for 3, 2, and again, if you fall, it does not matter. It's just a shape in yoga. 1. Bring the knee back through center. Hands will come back down to heart center. Standing firmly on 2 feet. You can shake it out, rock it a little bit side to side. So that's a really nice one when traveling. It also feels good in your hips, but just to come back to your center. Let's take it back down to the floor. Sitting on the knees, or sitting on the shins, excuse me. You can also sit cross-legged, so you choose whatever variation works for you. This is where we'll end practice, so just find a comfortable seat. I'm going to have you take one of your hands on the crown of the head. You just feel that contact. One of the hands on the belly. It's kind of the low belly, just below the belly button. So we're just making this contact. Close the eyes. Feel the breath. This can be really nice and grounding. I find sometimes I get a little bit of anxiety when I'm traveling because there's so many people and schedules and lines and times. So just give yourself a moment to come back in. Draw the hands together to a prayer shape at heart center. Bow the chin in towards the chest. Full breath in through the nose. A full exhale. And we end practice sealing with the word and intention, namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Happy and safe travels to you and your loved ones wherever you may be going. And see you on the mat soon. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you want more tools like this. In the description below is a lot more content and support and ways to get a hold of me. I'd love to hear from you, so please reach out. My name is Selena, and I'll see you next time.